confidence. This is good. This is very good. Come on, keep it in. Yeah, he does that and crosses and straight onto the head of the Agassi. Rather off the mark. Well off the mark.
That's a good little build-up play there. It's difficult technique when you're being closed down to try and volley it on target.
Blue and white on. And Jabiri's back on the field.
Blimey. I don't think we'd be seeing him again, to be honest.
Well, he must be keen. 5 minutes gone in the second half. No alteration to the scoreline, which would mean Iran end up with 5 points. But to be fair, I suppose you've got to say they've not conceded a goal in the tournament. A 0-0 draw with Saudi, a 3-0 win against Korea DPR, and now 0-0 today. So defensively, Granshaw's got it right. Two come to meet the passer, and then it's all the way back to the keeper. We couldn't have asked for a better international debut. That's not exactly a lot to do. He spread himself once, hasn't he? Oh, and that's a shocking giveaway. That's happened on a couple of times. That happens when you're lazy and when you're not fully concentrating. Sprawled across the turf. Again, it's going to go wide from the left boot of Omchu.
But again, he's found some really good pockets of spaces, Tew, on the half turn, but his shooting is less desirable. A couple of occasions you just mentioned then in the first half, should have taken it on first time. That time, no real conviction. We were saying in that first half, the belief that they don't want, they can't win this game. Like when they go into those finals third, they're going to take the back of the net out when you get an opportunity.
It would be ironic though if Myanmar were to score very late on. It happened yesterday in Bangladesh's game. They scored late on to nick second place. It's a bit of a shock. Lost all too cheaply there, really. Myanmar keeping their shape. Finding the man with a longer pass. See from that picture there are 6 Iran players in that picture, and the whole of the Myanmar team are way back, not pushing up. Look, no great pressure on anybody to do anything at the minute. Downfield, taken down in one, but the covering defender's there to do his job, to give the throw in. It's got to be frustrating for the forward players who want to impress, the likes of Gaidi there and Delphi. They can only play one way. They like to attack. They're having to play into a different sort of system today. And, this is Myanmar sweeping forward. That's better. Bit of pep about the move. Oh, they've got a corner. He's got a headache, I guess. Number 3 for Myanmar. Didn't know much about this, did he?
That was a good build-up play again. A little bit more pace to get the ball forwards. Certainly feel the that one on the side of the head.
Yeah. I'll tell you now, Adam, these balls don't hurt as much as the ones that did in my day. They were heavy. Oof. He will have felt that, especially if he's caught the ear. Placing out the ear can hurt. He did his job. He doesn't mind giving away a corner kick. It's the captain, Arif Agassi. Shake of the head. What happened? Poor. Clear the eyes. Clear the nose. Nope, the boss is having a drop of water. when we resume with the referee's whistle, it will be for a Myanmar corner, which after all that is taken short. There's a shooting chance here from distance. Not bad. Decent try. Crowd got excited just for the moment there from the effort from Tiki on.
I was going to tell, I think he just takes a slight deflection net when it goes through. Not the first and probably not the last shot we'll see from 35 yards, but deflection helped it past the post.
It's an identical corner kick routine to the last one here. Almost. He's not going to shoot from this distance, I don't think, no. Or is he? No, he isn't. With 3 forward, 3 chances, big chance. Oh, the keeper struggled. It's into the net, and Myanmar have got their goal and can scarcely believe it. Luen Mohong has beaten the goalkeeper at Delhi with a trickler of a shot. It doesn't matter how the ball gets in there, and hope springs eternal for Myanmar.
Well, sometimes the miss-hit shots that end up in the bottom corner rather than a sweetly taken shot. Watch the goalkeeper. What he's doing there, no idea. I think he's expecting him to hit it with his laces and take the back of the net out with him as well. They certainly get a little bit of luck there, but that's what you need in the final third. Goalkeeper hasn't covered himself in glory there, but Myanmar just giving themselves a little bit of hope.
A little bit of hope. Well, we might have a game after all here. Luen Mohong with the strike for them. He's the youngest member of their squad, just 18 years of age, and he has given Myanmar a priceless goal here. The ball actually spun away off Shahin Abbasian, and it presented the opportunity. It wasn't the snappiest of shots you've ever seen. I thought it was never going to get there. But 56 minutes played, it is Iran 0, Myanmar 1. Their second goal of the championships. A golden moment for them. They've not been competing in the Asian Games football for quite a few years. 1994, the last time they did. This is a wrist injury. He's still not showing a great deal of emotion, is he? Again, everybody will be looking to the scoreline of the Saudi Arabia-Korea DPR game. Let's see if it changes the mood of the Iranian team and the way they're approaching this game. Surely they want to get something from it. Well, they do come now. I'd like to see them in an attacking guise. Kind of like that. But a bit of trickery from Gaedi. He looks about 12. Here, that's Myanmar change. And Iran look as though, to be honest, they might be trying a little harder now all of a sudden. They've actually pop it back to the goalkeeper on this occasion, but just the body language in the last couple of minutes has suggested that they're a bit more interested than they were. Funny how goals can change games. Right. That goal from Luen Mohong certainly changed this one. Coming 11 minutes into the second half. You said quite rightly that sometimes it's the shots that are not strongly hit that actually end up in the net because the keeper's expecting something different.
Well, you see it so many times. You see a player getting a good area, good first touch, and strike it sweetly, and the keeper makes a reaction save, and so many times you just see the bobbler end up in the bottom corner.
And bobbler it was. Slight injury, I think, here for Gaedi. Well, he can run off, I'm pretty sure, but the change on the Myanmar side sees the withdrawal of the goal scorer, and coming on will be Tet Pyo Wai. There's his moment. You still can't believe he's got past the goalkeeper, but you see it in slow motion. He's not been used in any previous games. He's only made 8 appearances for his league club, U23. Here he is on the international stage. Iran 0, Myanmar 1. Sometimes the problem is when you've approached the game in a certain way, and it was a negative way, and then you go a goal behind, it's not hard to get back into your normal rhythm.
It's not at all. Just seeing by the way that Iran are closing down. Really conserving their energy to try and get this back in this game, are they?
Now we're gone. One goal on the score sheet. Down to goal difference depending on that scoreline elsewhere. I told you earlier, it's a question of points initially, of course, and then goal difference, and then goals scored. At the start of the day, Iran had scored just 3, and they've still scored just 3. Korea had scored just 1 before today. Myanmar's goal difference now is only -2. Here they are looking for a second goal. That really would put the cat among the pigeons. Iran have got to up the game. So it's not easy when you've been playing it in a pedestrian fashion. The defender will come to meet this, and although he doesn't get a touch on it, it falls kindly. And other Myanmar players are forward here. They continue to press. Continue to impress with some of their passing. Key to it at the moment is Wang Ling. Tiki Ong. Again, the goalkeeper of Myanmar, Tats, has had a quiet afternoon. Driven along it, he's onside, and the keeper goes back. He could have beaten again here. Oh, it was too excitable. I think he was caught in 2 minds there, whether to take on the shot or whether to try and get the ball across to somebody else in red. The keeper's position, when he was in no man's land at one stage, he might still have work to do. He does.
Great ball over the top. Said a really good point there. You have a decision to cross it in with a bit more quality, or you go for goal.
Still got the opportunity here. 25 yards out. Plenty in red forward. Myanmar are really threatening a second here. This one crashes into a defender and comes back to Iran's advantage. They've got the right man to run them out in Delphi. This pass is too far. This is saying nothing. It's better than the first half. Movement down on the touchline shows you that Iran are going to make a little change. But they're creating gaps and finding holes in there just with a way to safety. But Myanmar are certainly, well, they're the ones who've got the ante.
Well, they've gone a little bit more direct. You see the 4 red shirts playing very, very high, very wide. So plenty of width there.
Had to be cleared. And then a giveaway at the other end. Player coming on for Iran will be Ahmed Reza Ahmadvan. Not just yet. Both sides guilty of losing the possession a bit cheaply. There'll certainly be a free kick, and that will enable a substitution to be made, and it is a yellow card as well for Wang Ling. It's their first today, but it is their 7th of the championship.
Yeah, no complaints there. Cynical foul from him.
See this change effected on the sideline. They're waiting just a moment because of the injured player, just to see how badly he is. You're going to have to change the number on the board. How often does it happen? The player that you think has been the boldest is the one who comes off. So Delphi is replaced by Ahmad Van. Tells you much about the thinking.
Yep, saving him now for the next round, possibly.
Ahmad Van is a forward player, 19 years of age, another from the Esther Cloud Club. Islamic Republic of Iran 0, Myanmar 1. And it would be a red letter day in the history of Myanmar football if they were to win this one. The last victories in this competition were under the banner of Burma a few years ago. They never won a medal as Myanmar. To be frank, at least they've been positive and they deserve it at the minute.
Well, we certainly do. They've played with a lot more tempo, better quality, got themselves their goal. Thoroughly deserve the lead at the moment. And to try and get a few more to try and catch up with that goal difference.
First touch there for Tetpil White. And now Tika Ong. The ability to look up and assess the pass before playing it into the wider position for Winmo Cho. I'm happy to sit back and let them have the possession, it would seem.
I wanted to lose this game now. So certainly not making any effort to get back into it.
No, I thought for a couple of minutes they were because of the body language, but are we going to carry on playing here or not? There's a player on the deck. Just keep playing. Keep playing. Let the referee decide. They are keeping playing. Some people are shouting, and some of the Iran players are pointing, and the referee says play on, and they've every right to play on. So, it could lead to a second goal as well. Well, they've paid the penalty there. Interesting to hear the crowd's reaction, but a thumping shot has come in from the substitute Tetpil White, and all of a sudden Myanmar are 2 goals ahead of Iran, and Iran are not happy.
There's nothing in the rule book to say that they've got to kick the ball out. Myanmar have every right to continue. He's a striker anyway. They play with 10 men behind the ball throughout the game anyway, so wouldn't have made a blind bit of difference. He wasn't closing down the ball when they were under pressure. There's enough shirts there to see this one out. Instead of blaming them not kicking out, I'll be blaming my goalkeeper. And again, it's horrendous goalkeeping. It is so poor.
Adam is 6'5". Can't believe that.
No, it's really poor. Usually 2 hands. Why are you trying to parry it away with one? I don't know. 6'5". You're probably about 6'8" when you stretch your arms out as well.
Well, there's the player that caused the controversy by being down injured, Gussie, and well, you can't blame that fella there. Tetpil White, his eyes lit up when he saw the net. Most of it to aim at. The goalkeeper nowhere probably because he just palmed the ball away. And now Iran make the substitution. Paying a penalty here, Iran, in a funny way. It's of their own making. Jabir, it's not the first time Jabir has been injured, so Zamaran is his replacement. He's hardly ever looked like completing the match. What a scoreline. Iran 0, Myanmar 2. And suddenly Myanmar are moving on to 4 points, the same as Iran. And their goal difference is now just -1, and Iran's is +1. Zamran's not quite got ready yet. That could get even worse for Iran. Their tactics have been puzzling.
You're kind of glad in a way that they've been found out. It's going to a game of football.
Their tactics have been puzzling. Spot on.
You're kind of glad in a way that they've been found out.
Be a bit careful about what we say with the circumstances. The attack at the drift. Puzzling. Iran got too upset to be too down.
You're kind of glad in a way that they've been found out.
Scenario before. Careful about what we say with the circumstances. The attack at the drift. Puzzling. Iran got too upset to be too down.
I'm definitely glad in a way that they've been found out.
Scenario before. Careful about what we say with the circumstances. The attack at the drift. Puzzling. Iran got too upset to be too down.
I'm definitely glad in a way that they've been found out.
Scenario before about what we say, and he's running back at the drift. Going to be a yellow card probably. Too upset to be too down.
I'm definitely glad in a way that they've been found out.
Scenario before about what we say, and he's running back at the drift. Going to be a yellow card probably. Too upset to be too down.
I'm definitely glad in a way that they've been found out.
Scenario before about what we say, and he's running back at the drift. Going to be a yellow card probably. Too upset to be too down.
I'm definitely glad in a way that they've been
19 minutes to go. The second half has perked up so far as Myanmar are concerned, obviously. Pocketed a couple of goals for themselves that they may not have expected under normal circumstances. Again, much will depend on the goal difference with the other game being played between Saudi Arabia and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Rarely have Iran looked like beating the goalkeeper Tet because they haven't had any shots at him. Take nothing away from Myanmar, who may have a chance of a third goal here. This was enjoying himself in the last few minutes. Ling. The goalkeeper has looked very dodgy. Oh! No, he saved again, but is it going to be 3? He's enjoying himself. Not done enough this time.
done well again to rectify another mistake.
Oh! No, he saved again, but is it going to be 3? He's enjoying himself. This time.
Done well again to rectify another mistake.
No, he saved again, but is it going to be 3? He's enjoying himself. Myanmar enjoying a good spell of possession at the moment. Featuring Leng Bobo.
Done well again to rectify another mistake.
Debut back in 2015 against New Zealand, Leng Bobo. One of those working defensively here now to restrict Iran's attack, and there will be a free kick. That's the second time they've been awarded a free kick down in that sort of area. This time it's awarded to Abbasian, and away will come the Myanmar number 5, Nanda Cho, to be replaced by Due Koko Chit. Nanda's been sound enough. He came from a township, got the best start in life, but congratulations to him. He's really made something of himself. Going to a soccer academy and then making it into the league. Well done to him, and into the international side. Jantan. Again, Jantan, who's got 9 senior caps for Iran, and they're going to perk up a bit for these closing 15 minutes. Well, it's screwed off the outside of the boot. There's still a chance here for Iran to hit back and get themselves a goal. another injury, this time to Saeed Razakpour. And the yellow card will be shown. It's the number 2 of Myanmar, Tikong, who gets it. So 8 yellow cards in the tournament for them. It's starting to tot up now.
Quite big count on that. That was a sore one. Fortunately down on his knee.
A raking boot.
Yeah.
Tikong acknowledges that. A bit rash. Well, quarter of an hour to go. Adeli, the goalkeeper here, I say he's making his debut. He's been a real mixture today. That's the one where he has made the save, and he's just managed to spread himself very well before Ong Tu can follow in. This is where they've been quite good, I think, Myanmar, around the 18-yard area. They've been quite neat and constructive. They've managed not to get offside as well. Nicely taken down. I'm sure this fella's got some skill, if only we can see it on a more regular basis. Are they intent on getting a goal for themselves? Sounds a ridiculous question, but I think it's an apt one. Trading the passes here. They are still seeking to go forward slowly. And, well, you can see there 2 banks of 4 formed by Myanmar, which shows how well their German coach has got them organised. That really is a 4-4-2. Just under a quarter of an hour left. Chipped forward by Delphi. Not Delphi, sorry, it was I think it was the number 3, Zanjan. I was surprised that Delphi got taken off, actually.
Yeah.
Possession 55% for Iran and 45% at the moment for Myanmar, but Myanmar have definitely used their 45% of the ball better than the opposition.
Oh, definitely. Possession is, I think it's a false fact. Had loads of possession, but they've done absolutely nothing with it today, apart from going sideways and backwards.
Myanmar 2 to the good. It will be seen as a historic result if they pull it off. In Asian Games history. They've got plenty forward here again. They've got the ambition. And they got the firepower to find this 3rd goal. The man coming up on the outside, and he wasn't really tracked either. And the pullback is beyond the goalkeeper. They've just been kept in play. Myanmar doing their best here to find this 3rd goal. A shocking scoreline so far as Iran are concerned. By Gaedi. I think he acknowledges the fact. I'm not sure. I think he just accidentally followed through, really. I might be wrong.
Yeah, it was an accident coming together with legs. Quite needless. Is that?
I'm not entirely convinced it was deliberate. Somo Cho. Gone down himself now, Gaedi. It'll certainly be interesting to see how they play in their next game. I thought the Iran coach might have I did refer to excuse me, the fact earlier they've only got 6 substitutes to choose from today, so it's possibly conditioned his thinking a little bit. It's gone down belatedly here. Could be cramp, of course.